So, und damit hören zur nächsten Folge von Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Wir haben den Baum erreicht, wo wir Gustavs Arm begraben wollen.
Couldn't wait for me, could you? I wish we could.
Rest easy, Gustav.
I'll finish what you started. The paintress, Renoir, they will pay.
No more dome. Just open skies.
I'll save them, Gustav. Emma, your apprentices, everyone.
You can leave it to us. You were always there for me.
I'll save them.
Say hi to Soph for me, yeah?
We could never tell if you were my brother or my father. But to me, you were both. Best brother and father I've ever had.
When one falls, we continue.
Thanks for being my family. See you in the next life.
Ich finde es gut, dass sich er so da raushält. Oh Mann. Gustav. Der legt seinen Arm. Auch Gustav. The Bruce Who Comes After. Fähigkeit, die immer den Gegner gewonnen-tappt hat, gefühlt. Vergessenes Schlachtfeld. Ahne dir den Weg durch das vergessene Schlachtfeld.
For about 2 hours. Then there's a big lake. We shouldn't go there at all. We should make a right, and then it's gonna take a few hours, and then we make a stop. We get some rest and some food. And then from there, we head north to Monoko Station.
Why there?
To recruit my oldest friend. We'll need the extra firepower, because our next goal will be to take down the Paintress' heart.
Her heart?
Yes. You can't just stroll up to the Paintress. The chroma there is far too dense. It erases anyone who gets close. But if we destroy her heart, the barrier will fall.
Okay. So where is this heart? What does it look like?
What it looks like, that I don't know. But I do know that it's somewhere in the center of old Lumiere.
You found old Lumiere?
Yes.
So it's true. Before the fracture, our Lumiere was part of a larger city on the continent.
I've traveled with many expeditions. I was with the 58th when we found old Lumiere. But Renoir erased them before we could get further. I don't know much more.
All right then. Let's go meet your friend at Minoko Station. And then, we'll take the paintress's heart.
Habe ich sogar vielleicht. Habe ich sogar vielleicht das Ding? Okay.
How far up the mountain is Minoko Station? Will we see snow?
Not too high, but yeah. There's usually snow.
Fantastic.
Oh, right. There's no snow in Lumiere.
No, only in books and paintings. It's almost as mythical as Gestrels.
And just as fun. And sometimes just as deadly.
Oh, my husband was obsessed with the idea of snow. I can't wait to see some.
That you will.
Zeit mit Skill verbringen. Klar, warum nicht? Also geht auf Skills zu, die gesprächsbereit zu scheinen seid.
You seem less stressed than the others.
Is that your conclusion? After your extensive observation of our team?
Yes.
There must be better uses of your time than analysing our stress levels.
Well, it's important to understand your teammates.
Says the mysterious stranger who has yet to share much about himself.
Then consider this my attempt to be less mysterious.
Oh, is that what this is?
Wie wäre es mit einem Austausch? Eine Geschichte für die Geschichte.
I'll trade you. A story for a story. Quite fair, I think.
Well, there are stories and then there are stories. You first then.
Was Ungewöhnliches also, seltsam, Wunder und Geheimnisse.
Something unusual then?
A bit impersonal, Not really how you get to know each other. I don't think that's worthy of a trade. No. Tell me something dark and melancholy and personal.
Ooh, going straight for the heavy stuff, huh?
If we're going to share, let's share.
Story for a story, right?
We'll see.
Verso und Skill streiten die nächsten Minuten darüber, ob Skill auch etwas mit ihm teilen sollte. Skill neckte Verso beharrlich, doch er reagierte ausweichend. Die Beziehung zwischen Verso und Skill ist ein wenig gewaschen. Verstehe ich jetzt auch noch nicht, diesen Beziehungsstatus.
Your oldest friend is a Gestrel.
Yes. We've been friends for as long as I can remember.
Gustav would have loved that.
Why? Because he liked Gestrels.
Because he liked the idea of friendships that could last decades. We don't get to enjoy such long friendships in Lumiere.
Die June fängt an, Verso ab, als er am Feuer vorbeiging.
Why are you allying yourself with us?
Not a lot of options out here, in case you hadn't noticed.
What about the previous expeditioners? Did you help them too? Yet they still failed.
That's a terrible way to ask questions. Do you always interrogate people like this?
Given the circumstances, I think we can skip the pleasantries, no?
Alliances are usually give and take, as are conversations. trust goes both ways, no?
All right then. As a gesture of good faith, I'll show you how to use Lumina.
No need. I got...
Well, aren't you a quick study?
But I appreciate the gesture. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Trust works both ways.
Das ist gutes Zeichen des guten Willens.
All right. As a gesture of good faith. I'll answer 3 questions. Choose wisely.
Only 3.
Someone's a bit greedy.
3 questions with 3 follow-ups.
You're really pushing this.
I think it's reasonable.
All right. Go for it.
Lune bombardiert Verso eine Zeit lang mit Fragen. Vers antwortet ausweichend. Es ärgert Lune, weckt aber auch ihr unersättliche Neugier. Lune ist fasziniert, auch wenn auch widerwillig. Verso geht es ähnlich. Alter. Beziehungsstufe 1. So schnell geht's. Als das Feuer beendet ist, gehen sie wieder zurück.
How come Minoko lives so far from the other Jestrels?
Minoko's a searcher. They travel the land looking for Jestrels who went missing after the fracture.
The lost Jestrels.
Yeah. That and he, pissed off Golgra.
Mit dir kann ich keine Zeit verbringen.
That
Wieso noch ein
was
Kind?
sad.
Yeah.
You were sad.
Yeah.
You were thinking of Julie.
And not just her, but... Yeah.
Want a hug?
Yeah. I did.
She reminds me of someone.
Weil?
Who? Mael?
Have I met her before?
Well, you also thought you knew CL.
Oh, but I do. Wait, don't I?
Manchmal habe ich das Gefühl, dass du jeden kennst.
Sometimes I feel like you know everyone.
Oh well, that's because you're all cousins. Same, but different.
Right, so, maybe it's that.
Okay, nein. Das eine Foto ist hier Spind, das andere ist Müllhaufen. Ne? Ist beides das gleiche.
Yes. Ah, just like Verso is Verso's cousin. Mael is Mael's cousin. Yes, that's it. You're so very wise.
Richtig Sinn ergibt es für mich nicht.
You know, that almost makes sense to me.
It's okay if you don't understand, Verso. You're still wise to me.
You're just a big ball of nonsense sometimes, aren't you?
That's why we're best friends.
X3 und Verso haben Spaß daran, noch ein wenig mehr miteinander zu reden. Pam. Sie reden noch eine Weile Blödsinn, bevor sie wieder zurückkehren. Alright. Peng. weiß auch nicht, wann man genau die Waffen verbessert. Wenn man eine hat, die man behalten will. Bin ich schon wieder bei dir. Gerade den anderen hab ich hier beim Kind gefunden. Ihr habt einige meiner Kinder gefunden. Welche Belohnung gebe ich euch nur? Oh, das sollte ganz nützlich sein. Hey, so. Sieht doch affig aus. Das war's dann. Ja, wie es den anderen geht.
What are you working on?
Contingency plans. If we fail, Expedition 32 will need every bit of information we have.
Right, but how are you going to get it to them?
I asked the Gestrals for help.
Smart.
What are the stars whispering to you?
Actually, I'm the one whispering to them.
Oh?
It's something my dad and I used to do. When I was scared, or anxious, or even when I was happy, he'd say, share it with the stars. When it's hard to talk about things, the stars will understand.
I like that.
I talked to the stars a lot after he was gone.
I remember the night we first met at the Crooked Tower.
Right. After the gommage.
I was surprised to find you there. I thought I was the only one who knew about that room.
I had to get away from the harbour. And those damn petals everywhere. So I climbed up.
Ist da Liebe in der Luft?
It wasn't logical. But part of me really believed my parents and their expedition had succeeded. That they'd stopped her. Then the pain just woke. And I knew they weren't coming home.
You know, it meant a lot to me. The comfort we shared that day. But you avoided me after. Why?
It wasn't personal. I cut a lot of people out of my life.
Nur, dass ich diese Folge nicht mehr spielen werde.
Okay, not personal.
That day, I knew my parents had failed. They were counting on me to finish their work. I couldn't afford distractions.
Friends are not distractions.
I know that now.
Wow. We're in the middle of nowhere with 1 year left to live. What better time to build friendships?
I could use some wine, though.
Making friends is thirsty work.
Bist jetzt wieder das Gleiche, wenn ich das jetzt mache? Nach den anderen sehen. Meld geht zögernd auf Loon zu. Sie will sich dafür entschuldigen, wie sie sich auf dem Weg zu Gustavs Beerdigung benommen hat.
Hey,
Hey,
I I didn't mean.
it's fine.
I just.
I miss him too.
It's hard.
The pain we feel every time we lose someone. I've tried many ways of dealing with it. Running from it, sitting with it, compartmentalizing it. But what I needed was to use it. To use everything.
What do you mean?
I feel everything. And I let it burn inside me when I'm tired, when I feel hopeless, when I want to just let it all go. I use the pain. I use the fear, the shame, the guilt, the anger. I use it all to keep going. To make sure
Monet.
I can almost feel them beside me. Everyone we've lost. Walking with me. Especially when I use chroma. I feel their presence, their closeness. And they help me.
You feel Gustav.
Yeah. I do.
I'd like to feel him with me too.
You have an affinity for chroma too. Try it.
How do you always know what to do?
I don't. Want to know a secret? I have no idea what I'm doing. And I don't think anyone else does either.
Really?
Don't tell anyone else I said that.
Ael und Loon verbringen mehr Zeit miteinander in einem Moment, der für beide etwas Besonderes ist. Ich rekrutiere Monoko versus besten Freundin an seiner Station in den Bergen. Wir bringen etwas Zeit damit, im Gedanken an Gustav in seinem Tagebuch zu schreiben. Er nimmt ihren ganzen Mut zusammen und schreibt über Gustavs Opfer, wie er den Weg gebahnt hat. Sie hofft, dass Gustavs Lehrlinge dieses Tagebuch eines Tages lesen werden. News comes after. Gehen wir pennen. Das machen wir allerdings erst in der nächsten Folge. Und somit auf Wiedersehen.